Hey, and welcome back to Central Planning Siberia number 9. Let's get right into it. In the previous episode I mentioned that I lost some of the footage while editing, and there might be some inconsistencies with this one. And also this episode is a little bit shorter because of the same reason. So unfortunately this one will only be 26 minutes. Even though it's a little bit shorter, I still think it's okay. I try my best to put out at least 2 to 3 episodes a week. I have enough free time to do this. My work doesn't require a lot of working hours from Monday to Friday, so I'm pretty free. I'm able to do a lot of episodes in this time, but Saturday, Sunday is my busy time, so I don't touch any editing on Saturday, Sunday. Okay, now prison is done, so we need to reduce how many people work here, and I'm turning off enthusiasm for sport. It's something I don't really care at right now. I'm gonna increase Soviet propaganda as much as possible, and I'm gonna leave some culture in there too. This place gets pretty crowded very easily here, because the storage gets full, so there's nothing you can do about it, just leave it there. And rail CO is also done, so we need to stack it up with necessary things. We need water, gravel, coal, steel and boards. We do not need prefab panels and bricks. Prefab panels are used for the next level up rail, so we need to do the research first. And bricks are used for bridges and tunnels, so there's no need for any of that right now. No need to waste money. Now finally I can build this medium distribution office. Excavator is right there. This one is gonna be used for open haul trucks. So they're gonna be delivering steel, bricks, prefabs and woods and boards. No need to build it right away because I'm very low on money. Just use a free one at this point. Time to buy a track builder. We gotta buy a disassembled one. He's very small. Maybe 8 workers can work there. So it's gonna be super slow. We gotta make sure we build the fastest rail track to the customs house so we can buy a bigger one. Now let's catch a ride and let's see this truck pick it up. There he is. With only 8,000 rubles and 7 friends, you can make your own rail. How cool is that? And also he looks like a farming tractor. Too bad I'm gonna sell it the moment he builds the rail to the customs house. So like I said previously, I'm going to build a rail, one single rail, that's the closest path to the customs house. The moment that's done, we're gonna buy a bigger track builder. The bigger one is a couple times much better and faster. I think he uses about 30 people. So probably we're gonna buy 2. This is a small free distribution office that's going to work until the proper one is built. A couple of open haul trucks here. Next thing we need to do is get some water into the rail CO. So we're gonna need a big pump with couple connections. One is gonna be used for rail, and second one I need a coaling station, so I'm going to try to build it nearby. Another great thing leaving pumps and sewage pumps open like this, having extra connection, is a great thing. I don't need to build new one now, I can just simply connect. Alright, let's try to build that coaling station right here. It's gonna be a little bit difficult and there's not much space, so need to work with it. I'm planning to do an X crossing, and when you do an X crossing you should make sure that your rail is long enough. If it's not long enough, the trains can't turn around and go out. This terraforming method is a little bit finicky when it comes to flat terrain and pushing out flat terrain, but it works really well on a mountainside, so just take some time. Not enough space, so we're gonna have to expand a bit more. Gotta make sure the space between the X crossing and the coaling station is longer than about 155 meters. This looks like it's okay, so let's give it a try and measure. I don't like these sharp turns, so let's smooth it out a little bit. Trains usually don't have sharp turns like this. If they do, the train needs to slow down a lot to make a safe turn. Anyways, if the rail is blocking you, then just delete the rail, do the road, and then do the rail. Okay, let's try to connect. So this is about 110 meters, and then another, I'm guessing about 110-20 meters. Should be enough. Now it's all about where do you place the X crossing. I'm thinking here that's enough space for the train to come in and turn around. But usually trains will not be turning on that side, they will be turning on this side. So I'll give it more space on this side, just to be safe. Right, so that's done. We have a fire situation here, and there's only 5 people in my fire station all the time. Here I increased the people to 10. And people will come to the fire station for the time the trucks take to get to the fire. I only leave 5 people because it's enough. This little trick is enough to deal with fires. Every worker counts, so no need to send 30-40 people into the fire station. They're just wasting their time there, doing nothing. They are only usable when there's fire. Is this considered cheesing the game? I guess so, it is. But the game doesn't have really good working shift mechanics, so I think it's fine. Anyways, let's bring some equipment here and start terraforming and prepare the more rails. It's gonna take some time until they come. They're gonna be super slow, like every other time. Research is done. Let's take a look. Infrastructure or industry? Let's go with industry. We'll deal with infrastructure later. I don't want my factories burning down. If one of them burns down, probably end of the game. While we wait for the bulldozers to come, let's waste some time putting trees. This area looks really blank, so let's put some trees to make it more interesting. Now, these flowers are my favorite thing in this game. I'm trying to see if I can fit them somewhere, but they just don't feel like they're fitting anywhere. But here looks nice. I'll put a couple here. Nothing really seems to fit nicely. I don't like any of this, so I'm gonna give up on this for now and come back later when I have more ideas. This building is done, and we're not gonna use any more money to invite people. We're gonna use dollars. We got a lot of it. Now the trick with this is that you can't invite too many people with dollars. A couple of reasons. One of them is most of them, they are very sick, and second reason is that most of them, they are uneducated, so they're going to overcrowd your school and hospital. If you can't deal with them, you don't have enough people to deal with them, they're going to bring you a lot of trouble. So we're gonna start by inviting a little bit and in waves. Let's deal with this area. If you remember, there's a highway we built in the last episode that goes over the mountain. You can't really build a rail that goes over the mountain, it's kind of weird. Trains don't climb mountains, right? I guess they don't climb mountains, I don't know. Anyways, it makes more sense for me for trains to go on a flat area, so they're gonna have to go around this hill. And that's gonna take a lot of building time and terraforming, so let's try to deal with that. Flatten the terrain a bit, and there's no going around this mountain. It's too much open bedrock and it's too big, so I'm gonna have to do a tunnel there. And unfortunately, this tunnel is probably gonna be really, really long. But that's all part of the game, that makes it all fun. Anyways, this part here, I'm not going to speed up as I usually do. It's a good opportunity to see how I deal with really bad terrain and how I build on really bad terrain. My initial idea was for the tunnel to open up here. Then I realized there's not enough space to make a turn. So we'll have to deal with this issue. in a different way. And here we hit into another open bedrock area. I was thinking to terraform through it, but it's a really small area, so I'm thinking just do a tunnel. It's more realistic this way and it looks better. So there will be a small tunnel here and another small tunnel right there. And I think it looks cooler when you have these mountain passages and train going through tunnels, and it looks pretty cool. Now this area here is going to be very tricky. It's a sudden high climb. Terrain is really bad, so it's going to be tricky to deal with this. I'm planning a big bridge from here to right here. And I'm checking the height. I need the height to be over 38 meters, like here. It's 37 meters here, I believe. So this is the minimum height that I need for my ships to pass under. And that's gonna be a big challenge. Also, it's not about the height, also distance between the pillars needs to be long enough. So let's try to deal with that. So I'm gonna set these two rails here as a guidance, basically simple guide to help me make a straight line and connect with the rail that's gonna go on the lower area. I'm trying here to give myself more working flat area. It's gonna make things easier. I'm still not sure what to do here. I'm thinking what to do, how to do. Where should the tunnel be? Should it be on this area here? Or maybe on the top of the hill? I have no idea. I'll have to come back later to this. Anyways, let's check this report out. Heating stopped, and that's pretty bad. I'm thinking, is there people? There's people, and I'm broke. Yeah, let's roll some debt again. No other choice. I'm taking really small amounts of debt because if you take a lot of debt, you have to make sure you invest the debt into something. And I have nothing to invest the debt in. I don't have enough people to make money. So I'm just rolling small amounts of debt to survive for now. Let's get back to this area. Let's make the rail first and then see what we can do. Maybe another rail here and try to connect those two to smooth out the terrain. And that's not gonna work. The terrain is pretty bad. Let's smooth it out first like this. This usually works. Okay, now let's try. And it works, nice. So let's do a little trick when we terraform. One step above the rail, connect with the first rail, terraform, connect with the second rail, terraform, and connect with under the second rail and terraform, and repeat for the other side. This makes sure that the terrain is really nice and smooth. See? Like this. didn't end up looking good, so let's smooth it out a bit. This hill kind of looks in the way. Let's try to get rid of it a little bit. Let's try to push it back, and I'm able to do it with this little trick. Really nice. This trick really works wonders. Now I have more space to work with here, and we can make the climb much more natural, much more smoother. Now let's do the whole thing again. Connect up, terraform. Now connect with this one, terraform, under, terraform, and here again. Pushing the rail forward also speeds up things a bit. Now do the same thing to the other side. Down, first rail, second rail, and up. Great, that looks really nice. Looks really smooth. Looks really nice. It actually makes sense to do something like this. It looks like the train can actually climb this. Let's smooth out the outside terrain, make it more natural. That should be enough. Now we need to figure out where the tunnel is gonna be. I don't think I can do it here because there's not enough space, but I saw that there's a lot of space here, so let's try to do a tunnel here. Now I think this area is more suitable for a tunnel, so I'm keeping it here for sure. Nice, let's try the tunnel now. Doesn't connect. It seems that it's sticking outside somewhere. Smoothing out the rain might help this. If this doesn't work, yeah, it doesn't work again. It's okay, let's delete this and change the angle. Usually works. Let's see, will this work? Nice. Second one. Doesn't work. Damn it. Let's try to make a more better angle. Nope, doesn't work. It's a bit frustrating. We'll need to change things a little bit again. I'm not sure where the tunnel is sticking out. Let's try pushing the rail further into the mountain here, like this. this game can be very finicky from time to time, and these little changes actually end up working. So yeah, this also happens sometimes. Just press E and the tunnel will come out. Nice, that's perfect. I really like how this ended up looking. I won't touch anything more here. For the bridge, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm gonna try to do some research and unlock different bridges. The new bridges have more space between their pillars, so they might be more suitable here. Now let's just do a little finishing touch. Smooth out the terrain everywhere. Anyways, this episode was a little bit shorter than usual, and it was really easy to edit it. I'm thinking maybe I should make it 25 minutes and maybe do 4 episodes a week, or should I do 30 plus minutes, 3 episodes a week? Not sure, we'll figure it out. Anyways, thanks for watching, see you in the next one. Bye bye.